code that infected the Sentinels. DD-426. You were the one that gave it to Sekigahara.
You're lying.
No bandage.
2064 where exactly? At the
Hangar.
facilities? Okay.
Mr. Ida. For you to ask for me personally? I
Ugh.
can't tell you how happy it made me.
I've been waiting. I need you to know this.
Look at what? Bonk.
An interlocutor update? Code DD-426.
The nanomachines within you. There is a flaw in the program. It is inhibiting you from unlocking the full extent of their power. But there exists a code to fix it.
A flaw?
If we implement this, the Sentinel's capabilities will increase greatly. Morimura-san, however, does not agree.
Why?
She believes the Sentinels are more than capable as they are.
Why is she like that? She's always going against you, Mr. Ida.
If only everyone was as understanding as you. I want us to give this code a try. It'll be our little secret, of course. And then Morimura-san will see who was right. All you have to do is put this code into the Sentinel.
God,
Okay, I'll do it.
the rot is deep. That's unfortunate. I liked you better on the stretcher. like
Yeah, when you didn't know.
Ayanami, just, you know, she's better off. She's better off.
An improvement to the Sentinel, huh?
Ryoko-san, what was Ida talking to you about?
Nothing that concerns you.
Guess I'm still just some kid that lives nearby, huh?
Hey-kun.
A fourth wave is approaching.
What flavor is Sun into regret? Mean followed by I didn't mean to be mean.
Yeah.
We need to get ready.
Like, the initial disappointment comes from anyone approaching her that happens to not be Ida.
I'll put DD-426 into number 14.
Yeah, so you literally did it.
Or
Because, well, he did it.
I'll put it into number 15.
Oh.
Aikun Sentinel.
Yeah.
Mr. Ida's right. And now, Aikun will know it too.
Increases the Sentinel's capabilities. Morimura doesn't agree. She thinks she's increasing the Sentinel capabilities to improve them. Hey, tell me about that conversation. Nah. A fourth wave is approaching. Okay. Did he No, he didn't specify which Sentinel to put it on.
Put the code into the Sentinel.
Into the Sentinel.
Probably hers, but she was
Yeah,
like, no, I'll put
that's
it in
right.
another
The one
one.
that's sitting right here. Yes, and then she goes, "Nah, fuck that." Yeah. Okay, correct. Make yourself better. And then she goes, "Nah, do it to him instead." Yeah. True.
A fourth wave is approaching. Also.
So that's the final battle of 2064, and they're just dealing with,
remember?
you know,
After you shifted, you went missing.
the incoming meteors, which are landing like meteors because they're being launched through space from the factory.
Yeah.
To the new planet.
Yes.
And that can't have been that long after the project. So realistically, like, if they started moving towards the terraforming project, if they started moving towards that planet, not long after, these Sentinel cluster. Well, no. Hold on a second. That's another assumption I'm not going to make because we don't know. But they're being fired at the fucking planet in clusters of Deimos. And they're landing on it like that because wherever their origin point is, which haven't we not already read about the factor that was taken over, the factories that were taken over in Sector 1, right?
Yes, Sector 1 factories.
Sector 1 had all those automation factories that then get taken over?
Yeah, reached peak popularity in 2080, 1.2 billion factories in 2142.
But this is back on
But
Earth.
this is after, yeah,
Because this is talking about India.
yeah.
So this is talking about Earth. And then the Juro 2 loops ago discovered it's possible to alter the automatic factories processes, which led to the birth of the Sentinels. Yes. I guess the question is just like, are you launching fucking Deimos all the way from the ruins of planet Earth to here? And were they launched in the time frame that would make sense for them to land here now? Or they launched way in a different point in time, but they were just in orbit waiting to be dropped? Or is it just a matter of like, no, they took over these local factories from the current project sector and are now spitting those out? They're spitting... No, they're definitely spitting out the new ones locally because of the updates to the battle data.
Yeah, there's always updates that come very quickly.
So yeah, never mind. For fuck that, like, factory. Yeah, just the distance was never a factor when we were thinking about where the Sentinels were, or where the enemies were coming from. So now that we're thinking about it with the distance in the way, it's like, does that change anything about it? And it's like, no, because their origin point is the factories that we see here, where they can update their battle data every time the Sentinels push back hard enough, right? So, yeah.
It took a long time to get you back. When we finally did, your condition was already terminal. We've been able to keep it at bay with the medication.
In fact, I remember there was a line somewhere in the file saying they destroyed everything in Sector 1 except for the factories. Right?
Oh.
Wasn't there... I seem to vaguely recall something like that. Where it's like the surface is raised, everything's done, Sector 1 is fucked, but they kept the factories going.
Okay.
You know?
But the destruction of your memories has already begun.
For you, we tried to reinforce your memories with nanomachines. But it hasn't gone well.
We thought if we let you roam free, that your memories would stabilize.
However, your memories kept failing. It only made you become further detached from reality.
Even still, it is imperative that you remember. Only you can clear the infection within the Sentinels. Because only you know the password. We don't have much time.
Idea? Thought? The fact that they're not brain diving into her like they did with, like Okino does to Ogata, is a more humane way to go about things, which gives Goto points.
Maybe she wouldn't be able to handle it. She's more fragile.
Who knows? Who knows?
Please, you must remember.
Stop! It's all my fault. It can't be. It's just
Hang in there.
It was destined to be your fault. Because the original you sucked too. And that's
You're awake.
a huge bummer.
Who are you?
Try and remember.
Oh, man.
Kun?
That's right.
I can't remember my name.
Ryoko Shinonome.
Is that my name? It doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, right. I need to find... What was I looking for again? I can't remember.
Oh, no.
You
Damn.
don't have to anymore. You don't have to look for anything, Ryoko-san. More importantly, how are you feeling?
I feel... good. Refreshed. Peaceful, even.
Maybe it's just not possible.
The nanomachines linked to her memory have all separated. She barely has any memories left.
The memories you implanted in her. What are they?
We did the same for all of you. When you were connected to the learning devices, you gained the knowledge needed to control the Sentinels and the gates. Those memories were backed up in case there was an accident.
So she has her memories of what happened before the incident.
No, not all of them. We only backed up those which pertain to learning.
So all she knows is how to control the Sentinel. Ryoko-san.
The password to remove the infection.
Gone, along with the rest of her memories.
So it's not like you can't use your brain, but they're selective fucking with the process is what results in this then.
We can no longer rely on the Sentinels.
So that's it? You're giving up? There is still one way to use the Sentinels.
No. Further exposure to the infection, and there's no guarantee you'll survive.
He's not talking about himself. After everything you've taken from her, it still isn't enough. I won't let you put her in the Sentinel.
No. No, A-kun. Sentinel number 14. It was made just for me. By Mr. Ida. It's my Sentinel.
Ryoko-san.
I won't let anyone else fight for me.
Though I don't know why.
Oh,
That's cool.
oh.
That's sad. That's pretty tragic. Yeah. There's literally nothing else in there. All she knows how to do is use it.
Just fight.
Outside of this context, there's nothing in there. Which is the most Rei Ayanami thing in the fucking world. If you really want to think about it. If you you put it down, it is what if fucking Rei was dropped into the plot of Memento. And somehow Gendo was worse than he already was.
Yeah. So she's
Arguable.
still doing it for Ida. She'll fight for herself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I
And they have to,
at least
to work with that.
At least Gendo's obsession was with his wife of age, as opposed to not either of those things. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty sad. Okay, Ryoko. I'm sorry I talked shit about you.
You're cool.
Well, let's not go that far.
Don't say it out loud.
Dude, she did some shit.
Yep.
She did some shit, and that sucks.
Yep.
You know? And I mean, she's like 2 seconds away from the villain preaching about how humanity is always meant to destined to loop and do the meant to struggle and fight forever. This is our you know, all that shit. She did some shit, dude. But yeah, you shouldn't have to inherit that.
What was added? Oh, a lot.
Blinded by her feelings towards Ida, Shinonome falls for his trick and adds 426 to Sekigahara's Sentinel during the 2064 battle. It infects the Sentinel and Juro. Sekigahara and Shinonome suffer brain damage. Shinonome went missing for some time after the Force shift, losing memories to the point where she couldn't even remember her own name. The one thing she does remember is Ida chose her for the Sentinel. Morimura tries everything to get the password to decontaminate the Sentinels from her, but ends up failing. When the kaiju appear in 85, she activates 14 with her memories of Ida in her mind. Yeah. So Ida gives her 426, and that directly results in all 3 of them getting fucked up, which directly leads to the failure of the battle, which doesn't hurt his cause, because if the battle fails, then we speed up the process of looping. Let's go back to the entry for DD426.
What do you want to see? Oh, you gotta pay? Are you serious? Oh, this late they're gonna make us pay? Oh, okay.
Pay what you owe.
Okay.
Pay what you owe. Yo, the game is shaking us down. Fucking holy shit, Mr. Shakedown coming in.
Really?
Trying to take some points at the end game. You thought you were on your way out of the casino? One more hustle. Well, damn. All right. Wasn't there... Okay, here.
Yep, the cause of this defeat was the DD426 code that Shinonome put into Sekigahara's Sentinel.
Pretty much, it didn't matter who Sentinel got it, really. It was the fail code. Yeah, okay. Ida, you bitch. Didn't the pill descriptor detail a lot about 426 as well? Or at least part of it?
I don't know, let's check it out.
Yeah, let's look up the entry for the pills.
This is locations, stuff, and then we're talking about the tech pills in the middle.
Oral NMCO204 inhibit the effects of DD426 by slowing down the resultant memory loss, aka reattaching your nanomachines to your brain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Slowing down the nanomachine separation from the brain. Okay. And Sekigahara, prior to losing his memories, delivered these pills to Morimura in order to save Juro Kurabe and Shinonome.
Right, but nothing in this description mentions nanomachines. It just says memory loss pills. Right. So remember early on in the game when we were like, oh, some pills give you visions and some pills make you lose your memory? Where it's like, no, actually, some pills attach your... Well, it's the pills, it contain the code, right? And some of them detach, some of them reattach and preserve, and then within the reattaching and preserving, you've also got the ability to deliver false memories into the nanomachines that are reattaching themselves to your brain.
Yep.
So.
And the pills were given by Tomiki Saragi to Sekigahara.
The good pills, the reattachment pills.
Yes.
Yes. She synthesized them from the information they had in the sector where they met up.
Okay.
But we gotta spend the point to get DD426.
That's crazy.
These fucking whores.
Cleared.
Alright. Only one left.
Renya is at 14. This other character is at 85.
Oh, we didn't finish CGM.
Nope. And Kurabe, which is the only thing
we
that
can't
is-
finish him until we go into Goto.
Yeah. Oh, he's the last. Himbo is the final chapter.
Interesting.
Okay, no.
No.
Hypocrisy event might not be the last one.
Hypocrisy might be anywhere in this
In the middle, yeah.
void of content.
So we have to go with Juro.
So be it.
Can't dodge. Oh boy.
Last thing that happened was Kyudashiba jumping into his brain and introducing himself for the first time.
Right, he finds the android and the android is like, I'm not dead. And then becomes Kyudashiba.
Hey, trash kid. I'm just like you. I'm over here in the trash.
Me?
Join me. Welcome.
Yeah.
Boy.
Can I help you? That is some real shit though, man.
Hey, Juro. Let's go home.
Leave me alone.
I unfortunately, I'm getting like deja vu from like a friend of mine in high school that like when we first met was that kind of like I want to join in on this conversation but I don't know how to approach. So he would kind of float nearby and like look for an opening and then not really get one and kind of back up a bit. And it was yeah,
Not
you know?
awkward at all.
No, but that's the point where like, you know, I turn in and I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Hey, you
Wanted to say something,
Yeah.
you know? And you open up the circle at that point because it's like damage is being done as long as you keep your shoulders turned. Just open up the circle, stop being, you just fucking, just here.
Yeah.
This is how
Okay.
you do it, right? And then it gets less painful every time after that, you know? Good guy. No, good, no, legit, good guy. But like, I'm getting flashbacks of that specific moment back in the day, you know, of like, and then it took him, and then he got used to it, and then
Yeah.
it, like, you know, wasn't perfect by the end, but like, definitely was able to kind of like engage a lot easier, you know, because that initial sort of float in between part is like, hey, he's actually attempting to come and say what's up.
Yeah.
You know, but is looking for the opening and doesn't have it, as opposed to like not saying anything at all, you know, which is fine too if that's what he wants to do, but like be inviting.
Yeah.
You know?
I tried asking her about that talk she had on the stairs, but she just dodged the question.
That's old. Okay.
It takes a lot of heart and empathy to do what you're doing with that friend. Because most people would just like either not give a shit or not realize, but you have enough awareness to see what's going on around you and make sure that everybody's okay.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like he was giving off any like weird vibes outside of just not knowing how to approach in that way, you know? Like there was nothing malicious or whatever. It was just that, you know? So it's like, yeah, that's you can work work past that.
You know?
Yep. Left, right, up, juke.
Crossover through the legs, drop the ball. Oh no, he stole it back. Damn, ankles cut up, bleeding on the court.
Yeah. Not human. Manipulating your memories.
Shinonome-senpai told me earlier. There's a second Juro Izumi from another world. He transferred his consciousness into an android. So that must have been what I saw. But still, why did it look just like my grandma when she was younger?
You know, there's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5.
Are you counting all the Juros?
5.5 Juros. Goku quotient.
Yep.
And still somehow less than Morimura. No, they might have the same number actually. If you count this current one with the memory wipe and after,
Yeah. As they even met each other. All the
if you give him,
weirdest versions.
if you give him a 0.5 on that, he might edge it out.
That guy.
All right, so Okino is what we're curious about, and let's see if there's a way for us to actually make it there without Kyuda getting involved. Though it feels like we kind of have to. Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. Can't leave your bag there either.
What? Why the long face? Have another nightmare or something?
Knock it off. I'm not stupid. I know.
So it wasn't fully one.
Tell me the truth. This isn't about my lost memories, is it? You're not trying to restore them. You're giving me someone else's.
What are you talking about? They're Juro's memories.
In other words, yours. The other Juro Izumi.
You know, this one's 3 times older than you. Damn. I guess mind hacking has its limits.
I remember now. You live inside? That day at the shrine, you jumped out of that robot and possessed me.
What do you think I am, a ghost? I had nowhere else to go. If it were up to me, I would have picked a more welcoming host. You know, we can't have you causing a scene here. Your memory needs to be wiped clean.
No.
Let me try one more time.
There we go. Now we're free. And now the politeness restrictor on leaving without my bag has been opened up.
Oh.
Try to eat a meal with
Miss Morimura.
grabbing the wrong fork at the restaurant. Everyday life.
Is she really on my side?
Where am I?
She wants to change me back into Juro Izumi. Can I trust her? Chihiro Morimura. That's right. She's the one I saw in my dream. Excuse me.
Kurabe-kun. Is something wrong? You look pale.
Crab could. Juro Crab. It's that time of day.
Oh boy.
Tell me the truth. I'm actually Juro Izumi, aren't I? The way I am now is something you created.
What's this all of a sudden?
I get it now. The woman who keeps showing up in my dreams. The one I saw on Sumire Bridge. It's not Fuyusaka-san. It's you. Chihiro Morimura.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you been aware this whole time that Shiba-kun was inside of me? Or rather, Juro Izumi was.
You talk too much. You think you can just walk in here and screw everything up?
Homeboy, you
Yeah.
never
I'm not
shut
afraid to
up.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, that's
Kurabe-kun?
Oh shit. That's the bomb.
If the woman from my dream is actually our teacher, then Tsukasa Okino must be real too.
Oh, yo.
Where have I seen him before?
We can finally find out. He's referring to the dream of the beginning of Sector 1. The original escape.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
What did Okino get up to?
Kurabe-kun.
Or you can't even approach?
Back up. Back the fuck up. Yeah. Don't say any more. Let's find Okino.
That's right. There was a guy standing by the vending machines earlier. He looked just like Tsukasa Okino. Hey, do you have a minute? Hello? Hey, wait! Okino-kun! I knew it. You look just like him.
Do you need me for something?
You're Tsukasa Okino, right?
You must be mistaken.
You even sound like him. You were in that UFO with Juro Izumi, right?
You're not making any sense. Sorry, but I don't have time for this. If you'll excuse me.
Wait! The UFO wasn't the only time. I know I've met you somewhere else. That's right. I remember now.
Where? Yeah, literally where?
New scene incoming. Oh my god, what the fuck? One loop ago.
Prisoner E426, face forward. The drug has been administered. The perp cannot fight back. Do not be alarmed. It is safe to enter. Prisoner E426, look up while we're speaking to you.
New assets? New money?
Or would you rather bear the brunt of the electric chair?
So this man's the culprit?
He's a murderer. He bombed Shikishima, killing countless people. We managed to catch him, but his identity is still unknown. Furthermore, his testimony makes no sense. That's why I've requested your assistance.
After he split up with her in the shootout, right? After they bombed the factory, the facility.
He got caught.
And then she left first.
The name's Onishi. I'm in charge of this investigation.
Oh my
I
god.
appreciate your help.
I knew I recognized that voice too. I was about to go like, is it just putting two adults on the same voice actor? But no, they kept it consistent.
Mr. Tsukasa Okino.
But he lost some weight then, eh? Doesn't he look a lot fucking thicker from this angle?
Yes. Definitely.
It sounds just as useless too.
Tsukasa-kun.
Take a good look at him. Do you know this man?
No, I'm afraid I've never seen him before.
All right then. Your biometrics lead me to believe you're being honest with us.
Why did you bring me here?
Well, we used a truth serum on the guy. He started saying your name over and over. He also mentioned a student by the name of Chihiro Morimura. This is her photo. Do you recognize her?
No.
We'll be requesting her cooperation soon enough. But it'll have to wait until next week. She's currently out of the country. In any case, thank you for joining us today. I may ask for your presence again if any new info turns up.
Of course.
You are free to go. Follow the signs back to the waiting room.
interesting that all of this even works in a way. Well, you know, I think when Morimura described what she was, Data Ghost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not as, like, ethereal as it sounds, in a way, where she's like, I'm not exactly human, I'm projected by UC, but then she's also cut off from UC but can continue to exist, right? Like, the fact that, like, all of this, and I remember we were talking about, like, the skeletons, the T-100s,
Yeah.
and like then the projection of like of like whatever skin fucking outlook person you wanted them to look like or whatever. Anyway, all this to say that like he's susceptible to like all of this, you know, and not able to like avoid it by being not human.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's there's a limitation, right?
What was the year again?
Right now?
Yeah.
It was one loop ago.
2104. Okay. It was a bit above. Yeah. Right there. Dang.
Do not be alarmed. The perp cannot fight back. Mr. Juro Izumi, take a good look at him. Do you know this man?
How would I? All I know is he's a terrorist bomber.
Well, we took a look at your DNA. The two of you are a perfect match. It was quite a surprise.
What?
There's a distinct possibility that one of you is a clone.
That's ridiculous. What does he have to say about it?
According to his testimony, he is in fact you from the future. As for his motive, he claims he had to commit this crime to prevent the emergence of kaiju.
Kaiju?
Huh? Excuse me for a moment. What is it? We're in the middle of an investigation. What? An evacuation order? It's on the news?
The timing.
Kaiju.
What happened to that Izumi?
Looks like he's awake.
Ah.
Perfect. I'm almost done.
What's going on?
We went looking for Okino, but Okino found you, right?
Hey, what is this?
Calm down, please. High blood pressure generates noise in the scan.
Tsukasa Okino. I remember now. I was attacked out of nowhere.
Sorry about that.
It was the only way. This isn't the most welcoming place, is it? I can't imagine you would have come willingly.
He kind of sounded like he would have.
Yeah.
Because we talked at the fucking...
Hey, I got some questions here.
I don't know you.
help
Get away
me?
from me, weird kid. And then later on, the fucking alleyway jumping.
Yes.
And the drag back to the warehouse.
Keep your mind calm.
You're Tsukasa Okino, aren't you? I saw you in my dream and you got left behind.
I knew there was something odd about you. But that dream of yours is even more surprising than I expected. Juro Izumi, shifting in cycles. There's only one person those memories could have come from. I'm glad I looked into this. To think he'd seek refuge within Juro himself.
Do you know him?
We call him 426. As of now, he exists as sheer consciousness.
That is to say, he lives in your injected nanomachines. At some point, he got in and took over the system area. Go ahead and ask him yourself.
Shiba-kun. So this is the guy. He's not quite what I imagined.
Whoa, they can see
Don't
him?
be deceived. He can alter his appearance however he pleases.
They could just load Juro up on fucking pills, though, and separate the nanomachines and have him inflict brain damage to get him off of him, if they wanted to. That's a pathway. If this is a nanomachine ghost that needs to be connected to possess and control, then theoretically they could separate him, and then maybe he wouldn't be able to move from where he was.
Do they have the tech to increase separation? I guess it's possible, because we have pills to prevent the separation of nanomachines from the brain.
And you have DD426 to
And DD426.
encourage it.
So you want them to inject the code inside Kurabe.
Just fuck Juro up again. Again.
For the 7th millionth time.
I mean, the first time it happened, it was random and bad.
Whoops.
But the second time, you get rid of the asshole. It's not their fault he went around and got some gross fucking hijackers on his nanomachines. You know? Some stowaways, I should say. Just fucking, rip them out.
You guys can see him?
He's under my control now.
Oh.
He can't hurt you anymore.
Ooh.
Jeez, Juro. Why you gotta be so obtuse?
Tell us the purpose of your disguise.
He's trying to take over my mind.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I'm not the one who wanted that. Chihiro Morimura is.
Our teacher?
She wanted to transplant my memory backups into you.
Why?
Whatever she could do to match your personality with mine. But Tamao Kurabe didn't like the idea. She created a new personality. The one you have now.
But you were using videotapes to alter my memories.
Yeah, well, the backups weren't meshing with your simulated personality. You almost had a breakdown, man. So I decided to turn him into something a little more concrete. Something your current self would understand. You should thank me for saving your ass.
Somehow I find that hard to believe.
Why did you try to help me?
Well, if Morimura's plan did work out, there'd just be another copy of me running around. Besides, I don't want to be left watching over your unstable mess.
I won't tolerate being used any longer.
Okay.
I'm sick of it.
426.
For better or worse, she's given up on the Sentinel project. Her interest in Juro Kurabe has waned.
But the Sentinel project is the only option we have.
Wrong. Sentinels can't save us alone.
Then what can? You're talking as if you know the answer.
I do. I've found an effective means for our survival. Would you like to hear it? What we call the UFO? I know who programmed it. It was a certain someone named Tsukasa Okino, back in 2188.
2188?
It's hard to believe from looking at you now. But he was quite the sloppy programmer. When he designed the environment management system, he borrowed a portion of it from something else.
The game.
That particular portion contains the D code. It's what's summoning the kaiju. That part of the code was never supposed to be accessed. Well, it was.
Please don't tell me that simply using a game as the basis was the reason why enemies are spawning. That's a gross oversimplification.
Where was this code reused from?
It was a little outdated, even for its time.
His attitude fucking changes.
Yeah.
So it's just determined by his projection then. All right, I get that. I'll chalk it up to overthinking. But like to me, personality consistency like
is important.
Is important. And if someone changes their looks, that's not reason enough for them to change their attitudes and behavior, even if their motivation, because if their motivation is the same, they would have, you know, the same mannerisms about it, right? Huh.
But it's a little sim game based on mighty kaiju daimos.
A Daimos game?
You're telling me a video game has control over the automated factories? That's how the kaiju are being produced?
Where do you think the name Daimos came from? It's not a coincidence, you know. Up until now, we've been forced to play a game we can't win. But just imagine. What if we gained access to the greater system? We've had limited control over it so far. If we fix that, we'll be able to fight on an equal playing field. Think about it. Each time we destroy an enemy, we'll get some kind of meta prize. Like scoring points. With those, we can use the automated factories to strengthen our sentinels.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
God.
Shut up. Shut
Call
up.
them meta chips for now.
Shut up. Fuck off.
I still can't trust you.
Fine, leave what you want.
That's a step too far. I'm sorry. That's actually a step too far.
Oh.
I don't need your help anymore.
Care to elaborate on your feelings?
Let's let the
Do you
scene
have
play
any
out.
proof of your claims?
There was a log on it, but it's gone.
You're putting the fate of humankind's last colony
In a video
in a
game?
video game?